President Trump officially ends the Department of Education. President Trump has directed his education secretary, Linda McMahon, to take, quote, all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the Department of Education and return education authority to the states. This is according to a White House summary of the executive order. And it, of course, calls for, quote, uninterrupted delivery of services, programs, and benefits on which Americans rely. The libs are going to try to scaremonger about this. I don't think it's going to work. In terms of money,
we have no money.
Most of what the Department of Education does is facilitate all sorts of loans, Pell Grants, that sort of thing, to bolster our failing education system. I don't think people are going to miss that all that much. It's been one of the biggest drivers of rising tuition in recent decades. Then of the thousands of employees at the Department of Education, it's hard to point out exactly what any of them do other than harass ordinary Americans and try to push leftism. In practice, most of the consequential political action that the Department of Education takes is enforcing radically leftist interpretations of civil rights law, transing your kids, and forcing parents no longer to have any say in their kids' education. That's it. You know the one thing that we know for certain the Department of Education doesn't do? Improve kids' education. Because we measure kids' education, we have things called standardized tests. Standardized, so they're not merely based on locales or for one demographic group or another. They're standardized. We can measure and track results over time. And since the Department of Education was founded in 1979, test scores have declined. That's all you have to say to campaign against this thing.